Okay, so my car looked really sick when I first got it back in like 2010 in December. I just like it shined like super nice. But now it's, what is it, 2022? Is that 12 years? Yeah, we're approaching like 12 years that I've owned this car. So you can see like the headlight lens, it looks faded. It does not look good. The car needs a good buff job. That would really make it shine like it used to. I was just going over my computer on my old photos and I saw my car when I first bought it. It's like, dang, it looked good. It just doesn't look like it used to. And I think that's like a huge part of it. Like things just need to pop. So I was like looking up, like, what can I do? The lenses, it's kind of weird. I think the right and the left are like a different cost on Turner. They're like $80 or $90. And that wouldn't be that hard to actually replace. I've had these headlights out before for other reasons. It's a pain. Actually, it's not that hard anymore now that I know how to do it. But in any case, I could either spend $200 on lenses or like $50 on some rubbing compound. The videos that I've seen that are gonna be more of a how-to than this really, they were doing turtle wax. And then they had an array of sandpaper. They had like a wet and dry sandpaper. The video showed that they started with like 1,200, 1,500, and like 3,000, something like that. Anyways, I only found this 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, and 2,500. And then a 3,000 one. I think they used a 3,500, I don't remember. Anyways, this is probably still gonna turn out better than what they are now, even if I'm not using the same grit on some videos that I've seen. And if this doesn't work, this was like, I don't know, $35, $40 worth of stuff. I also bought this thing. I bought this for the drill so that I can put a pad on it. And with the buffing compound, this actually does stick to that. So we'll see how that turns out. I've got some painter's tape to put around so that I don't buff out the paint or burn the paint really. So I'm gonna pop the hood and get started. Okay, so I put on a coat of rubbing compound. It certainly doesn't look amazing, but I'd say it's a little better. I mean, on the other one, there's only like some hazing kind of right here, and then here's just not, oh, that's not great, but the other side's not that bad anymore. It's marginally better. I mean, I'm not satisfied, but like, it's better. I don't know if this, there you go. That kind of shows it a little better. So I'm gonna try wet sanding it with 1,000 grit at first and then just work my way up from there. I'm not expecting this to be perfect because these are really old lenses. And depending on how well this turns out, I might just end up buying new ones anyway. Okay, so I started with rubbing compound on the blue pad. I moved on to 1,000 grit, 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and 3,000, something like that. And then I put rubbing compound on again, wiped it off with some invisible glass and some water and all that. And I mean, it doesn't look new. I wouldn't even really call it refreshed, but compared to that, I would say that looks pretty darn good, comparatively speaking. Yeah. From a distance with the sun hitting it, unless the sun kind of shows more defects, which I'm sure it will. I think it's kind of showing up in camera. You can sort of see some lines or whatever. And on the back side of the lens, on the inside, of course, that's not perfect either. The lamps get pretty hot, I'm sure. I've never really touched them to really see. But But yeah, I mean, I would probably need to do the inside as well to make it look even better. The corners look better than what they were because I did those too. So I'm not trying to do a perfect job. I just want it to look better. I'm probably still gonna end up buying lenses just because they'll be perfect. And then maybe I'll just upkeep them from time to time, put some rubbing compound on them or whatever. Okay, so it's all done. I did both lenses. Figured I would actually film the differences because I think the passenger side turned out better. You can still see some, what do you call it? Not so great areas. I think that's on the inside of the lens. Like I said earlier, it's old and I can still see like all the lines kind of. It's still a lot clearer than what it was. So yeah, the video that I'd watched on this, that if I figure out how to do links in descriptions or whatever, I guess I'll throw that in there. I did a real quick job, just rubbing compound. On this side, I actually did 4 different sheets of sandpaper. Did 1,000, the 1,500, 2,000, 2,500, and then 3,000. So I guess, what is that, 5 actually? I did more on this side than on this side because the way the sheets were in the package, I missed one. I had like 3 different ones. There was actually 4 or 5, whatever. But anyways, this side, the driver's side, could probably use some more sanding. And I used the drill, so that actually helped out a lot. So this side got the rubbing compound on it quite a bit more than this side. And you can, yeah, I'd say you could definitely see the difference from this angle. That's just, or maybe it's just how the light is. And I'd say the passenger side turned out better. So I think I was gonna see what it's like with the light shining through. I don't think I have a before video of this, but whatever.